Hello guys, welcome back to my lesson. We have trigonometric equation in this video, and for this one I want to focus only about the sine function. About the sine function, I want to give you the example if you want to know how can you solve sine trigonometric function. You got the first one is sine h equal to the angles, maybe the sine of alpha. The alpha here present for the angles. And sometimes you can have the question give you the value for sine alpha here, example equal to a. So you need to know about the interval of a or the domain of sine h. You got the value of sine h will have belonging to the interval -1 and 1. This means -1 less than or equal to sine h or less than equal to 1. So the value for a here have to be the same interval. It means -1 less than a and less than 1 like this one. Okay, so after this one, I need to give you the two general solution. The first general solution is based on the two angles. The first angle here is x and the second one is alpha. And the first general solution, you got h equal to alpha. And for the second one, we need to figure out the supplementary of alpha angles. It means 180 minus alpha like this. Okay, so that is the first part of the general solution. The second part is you need to plus 360 degree multiply n for here, and the same thing for the second general solution. And of course, this one is the domain of sine h. Let me make more clearly about the 360 degree here. You know about the unit circle, right? If I have the the unit circle like this one and have the point of A here present for the angle alpha, example here equal to 20 degree. So when I make the point A move around of this circle, for one around here it means the angle here have to be plus with 360 degree, because one circle or one rounding equal to 360 degree. And the new angle here is not 20 degree anymore, it become to the 380 degree. And you can see the interesting here, the 20 degree and the 380 degree angles, we have the same point. So that's why we need to plus 360 degree present for the same point with the alpha angle here. And how about n? The n here is how many times you turn that point, turn around of that circle. So for the value for n, you need to the integer. Maybe integer here equal to the positive number or negative number or 0, but it have to be negative. Sorry, it have to be integer. Another example for this question, I have sine x in the left hand side equal to sine y in the right hand side. The first general solution is y equal to h or h equal to y plus 360 degree multiply n. And for the second one, supplementary relationship, 180 minus y inside the bracket present for the supplementary, and plus 360 degree multiply n now. And for the value of n, don't forget that, and present for the integer number, positive, negative or 0, it doesn't matter. That is the second example about the formula of general solution. And how about the third example? If you got here is phi or theta, sine theta equal to sine of alpha. Okay, so we have two general solutions. The first one is theta equal to alpha plus 360 degree multiply n, here is degree, and this one also the same unit angle. And the second one will be present for the supplementary angle, 180 minus alpha plus 360 degree multiply n like this one. Okay, so after the three examples, I think you understand about the two general solutions for sine trigonometric function. Let's start practicing about this kind of question. The first example, we have sine h equal to 0.4. Left hand side, you got the function size, and the right hand side, you got the value, that's like the number, decimal number 0.4. and the value of 0.4 belonging to this interval less than 1 and greater than or equal to -1. So I think this equation have solution. And you need to convert 0.4 become to the sine of one angle. And we can use calculator. Shift sine 0.4, you will got the value of the angle here will be sine 23.6 degree. Okay, the right hand side become to sine of 23.6 degree. That is, we can very easily convert this equation become to the general solution. You got two angles here. The first one is x and the second one is 23.6. And the first general solution, x equal to 23.6 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. And the second one present for the supplementary relationship, you got 180 degree minus 23.6 like this one. I think we should put them inside the bracket present for the supplementary relationship plus 360 degree multiply n for this one. And okay, we need to make conclusion because for the first general solution is quite easy for repeating, but the second one is a little bit complicated. We need more specific number, 180 minus 23.6, and the new one is 156.4 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, so n here present for the integer, maybe negative, maybe positive, and maybe 0, but n have to be integer number. That is the first example, and it's quite easy, right? Let's apply the formula of general solution for size. And for the second one, you got size equal to minus 0.3. So the value for the second example here are negative number. That's not the positive number like example 1. And you can see that 0.3, negative 0.3 belonging to the interval of domain size -1 and 1. So I think this one have solution. Before apply general solution for size function, we need to convert minus 0.3 become to the sine of angle. Using calculator again, shift sine minus 0.3, we have the new solution. New angle is minus 17.5. Okay, so the left hand side will be sine 8 and the right hand side will be sine of negative 17.5 degree. Now it's time for apply general solution. The first general solution is x equal to minus 17.5 plus 360 degree multiply n. And for the second one, relationship of supplementaries, you got 180 and minus. A lot of my students have mistake about this step. You can see that the original angles in this case is minus 17.5. That is not a positive angles anymore. That is a minus. So when you want to apply supplementary, you should not write down 180 minus 17.5 degree like this one, because 17.5 is not the integer, it's not the original angles. The original angle in this case is minus 17.5. So one more minus sign in this one, and you can see that minus and minus is present for the plus or addition angles. It's not the subtraction angle anymore. And the outside of this bracket will be 360 degree multiply n. Okay, so after you figure out this one, I think the general solution now is not difficult for you anymore. 197.5 degree, and for the first one will be minus 17.5. And the second part of general solution is 360 degree and multiply n like this one. And for n here, you got integer for n. Okay, so different to the example 1, we got the original angles of the second example here, either negative angles. That's not positive angle anymore. Move to the question 3. About the question 3, you have the form of the linear equation. So the first step, you need to convert or you need to substitute for sine x first. Find sine x plus 3 equal to 0. So for the first step, find sine x, I using transposing method, plus 3 from left become to right, and you need to convert from the plus become to negative 3. And after that, you got sine x equal to negative 3 over 5. Okay, and then we need convert negative 3 over 5 become to the sine of one angles. See, sine minus 3 over 5 become to the sine of negative 36.9 degree. Okay, and for the general solution is quite easy for apply here. The original angles we have minus 36.9, and the first one I will keep is unchanged. And for the second one more time, you got the supplementary relationship with the negative angles, 180 degree and minus, and one more time minus side 36.9 degree. And the other side, or the second part of general solution, we got plus 360 degree plus, multiply n. Okay, and for the general solution, you got 36.9 plus 360 degree multiply n for this one. And for the next one, you have 180 plus 0.9 here. Okay, so that is 216.9 degree plus 360 degree point n, or multiply n. That is the third example. The next example, we have problem sine 3x equal to 0.8. 3x here inside the bracket, and how can we solve here? The difference between the example 4, this one, to the 3, 2, and 1 here, you can see that the variable x here always stand alone. Sine x, and sine x. But for this example, that is not sine x anymore. That is sine of 3x. So just thinking that 3x here present for the bigger x or the capital X. The first step, we need to convert the 0.8 in the right hand side have to become to the sine of one angle, and we using SIP sine 0.8 in the calculator. We have 53.1 degree, and the original angles for this case will be 53.1 degree, and here is 0.8. And now we have two angles in this one. In this case, the first angle is 3x and the second one is 53.1. So general solution, we got 3x equal to 53.1 plus 360 degree multiply n. Listen carefully about this case. We have here is 3x equal to 51.1, 53.1. That is not x equal to 53.1. Very carefully. This is not like this one, because the angle in the left hand side is 3x. That is not h anymore. So when you apply general solution, we need to multiply 3 for h here. And of course, for the same thing, you got 3x equal to 180 degree minus 53.1 degree in here, plus 360 degree multiply n. Yeah, supplementary relationship for the second case. And we have the two general solution in this one, but we need to figure out the general solution for only x. How can we work with this one? Because the left hand side of this equation and the right hand side of the equation, you got inside the bracket like this one, and I want to subject h. I need to divide both sides of this equation by 3. Divide by 3, you got 3x divided by 3, and 53.1 divided by 3, and 360 degree multiply and divide by 3. after this step, we got the new general solution. 3h divided by 3, we have h. 53.1 divided by 3, you got 17.7 degree. 360 degree divided by 3, you got 120 degree multiply n. This is the first general solution for h. For the second one, you got here is 3h equal to 180 minus 53.1, and the new angle is 126.9 plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, so we have here is 3h. We need to subtract only for h. So divide by 3 for both sides of this equation. We have the 126.9 divided by 3 and 360 degree multiply n divided by 3 in here in the same action. And after that, you got the new one is 42.3 degree plus 120 degree multiply n. Yep, that is the second general solution for question 4. And you can see that for each question, we have the advanced harder and harder step-by-step exercise about the sine trigonometric function. And for how about the example 5, we have the example 5 like this one. Find sine 2h equal to 4. Step by step, we can do this question. The first one, I need to subtract for the function size. Sine 2h like this one equal to 4 over 5. And I want to convert 4 over 5 become to the sine function. Okay, one more time, you got sine 4 divided by 5 equal to 53.1. Okay, so once again, we meet 53.1 angles. And we have two solutions, or we have two general solutions based on the two angles in here. The first one will be 2h equal to 53.1 and plus 360 degree multiply n. And the second one is 2h supplementary relationship minus 53.1 degree inside the bracket like this one plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, and for two cases, divide by 2. Of course, in the previous exercise, we divide by 3 because the left hand side is 3h. But for this question, you got 2h in the left hand side equation. So divide by 2, we got 53.1 divided by 2 and 360 degree multiply and divide by 2. And how about this one? I need to convert 180 minus 53.1 equal to 126.9 plus 360 degree like this. And after that, we divide by 2. This is not divided by 3 anymore, and I think you know the reason. Okay, divide by 2, 360 degree multiply and divide by 2 one more time. Okay, and now how about 53.1 divided by 2? The new value will be 26.55 degree, and for this case quite easy, 180 degree multiply n. We finished the first general solution. The second one we have for this one, 126.9 divided by 2, you got 63.45 degree, and here is 180 degree multiply n like this one. That is example 5. So what is the next example? You got example 6, and for this question, I think that is not easy anymore. We combine a lot of questions for here. The first thing, I need to convert minus 5 sine 2h from the left hand side move to the right hand side, and transposing method will give you 5 sine 2h in the right hand side. And after that, 1 divided by 5, I need subject for sine of 2h here, And this is a little bit weird when you're looking at this equation. So I change the sign first. Sine of 2x will be equal to 1 over 5. Yes, and 1 over 5 is have to become to the angles. Shift sine 1 divided by 5. You got the new original angle here, 11.5 degree. Okay, so the left hand side you got the angles 2x, that is not x anymore. And we have two solutions. Yes, of course, 2x equal to 11.5 plus 360 degree multiply n. And the second one, 2x is 180 degree minus 11.5 plus 360 degree multiply n. Oh, I'm sorry, I need to put the parenthesis in this one. Okay, divide by 2, of course, 11.5 divided by 2, you got 5.75 degree, and divide by 2 for this case, you got 180 degree multiply n. And how about the second general solution? Okay, here is x, 180 minus 11.5. After that, divide by 2, one more step, you got 84. 20.25 degree, and here is 180 degree multiply n. Okay, that is question 6. So the next question you got here, the 7th question, another kind of sine trigonometric function. How can we solve with this one? The angle inside the bracket here is not 2x or 3x anymore. We have the expression of angles, x plus 30 degree, but the left hand side you got sine, the right hand side we need to convert this one become to the angle. Okay, so keep the left hand side unchanged and the right hand side 0.5. Using your calculator, shift sine 0.5, you got here it will be sine of 30 degree. Okay, and now we have two angles. The first angle in the left hand side and the original angle in the right hand side. And we need to apply the general solution for these two angles. The first one, keep them unchanged. And for the second one, take supplementary relationship. 180 degree minus 30 degree lie here inside the bracket. But don't need to forget the general turning around. 360 degree multiply n. Okay, we got two expressions. The first expression is 8 plus 30 degree equal to 30 degree plus 360 degree multiply n now. And simplify is mean I will apply 333. Oh, sorry, I need to convert. I will use transposing method, plus 30 degree from left to right, that become to the minus 30 degree in here, and keep the 360 degree multiply n unchanged. So after simplify this bracket or this expression, you got 0 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. And the second expression, you got x plus 30 degree equal to 180 minus 30 degree. This means 150 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, so one more time, transposing plus 30 degree from left to right, you got 150 degree minus 30 degree like here, plus 360 degree multiply n. And after that, you got here is 120 plus 360 degree. This is basic algebra. So we have two solutions. The first solution is 0 plus 360 degree multiply n. And the second one, you got this expression, 120 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, move to another example. For question 8 in the screen, 3 sides open bracket 2x minus 40 degree equal to 2. A little harder previous exercise. We have here a sign in the bracket for this one. So the first step, I need to subject sine 2x minus 40 degree here equal to 2 over 3. For 2 over 3, we need to convert 2 over 3 become to the angles. So the angle here, you will got sine 41.8 degree. 41.8 degrees. So two angles of the two sides here, 2x minus 40 degree and 41.8 degree. We have to convert this become the two general solution. The first of them will be 2x minus 40 degree equal to 41 plus 8 plus 360 degree multiply n. And the second general solution, 2x minus 40 degree in the left, and in the right you got the supplementary angle minus 41.8 degree here, and keep 360 degree multiply n for unchanged. Okay, so solve each of them one by one. The first step, I need to change pose minus 40 from left to right. This is become to 41.8 plus 40 degree plus 360 degree multiply n now. And then simplify the right hand side, 81.8 plus 360 degree multiply n. And then divide both sides by 2. This number divide by 2, and 360 degree multiply n also be divided by 2. Okay, so h here you will got 81.8 divided by 2, 40.9 degree plus 180 degree multiply n. Okay, and how about this one? Oh, we got 2x minus 40 degree equal to this one, 180 minus 41.8. This is equal to 138.2 degree plus 360 degree point n. And for here, 2h equal to 138.2 plus 40 degree plus 360 degree point n now. Yeah, multiply n, sorry. Simplify the right hand side. You got 178.2 degree plus 360 degree point n. Multiply n. And divide both sides of this equation by 2. 178.2 divided by 2. We got 89.1 degree and 180 degree multiply n now. Yes, we got two general solutions. The first one in this side and the second one for here. And in the screen, I totally show you the working out. You can copy my solution to your notebook. That is question 8. We move to question 9. Okay, practice more exercise like example 8. Question 9. 4 multiply sine 3x plus 20 degree equal to 2. Okay, taking subject for sine, you got sine 3x plus 20 degree equal to 2 over 4. After this step, we successful about the subject sine function in this question. And the left hand side, we keep it unchanged, but the right hand side we need to convert this become to the angle. This is 1 over 2 corresponding to the side of the 30 degree. It's quite easy. And you got two angles for this case. The first angle is 3x plus 2 and the second one is 30 degree. So 3x plus 20 degree equal to 30 plus 360 degree multiply, and that is the first general solution. And the second general solution, you got 3x plus 20 equal to 30 degree. Oh, sorry, this is not 30 degree. I need to supplementary relationship 180 minus 30 degree now plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, so using transposing method, 30 degree minus 20 in this case plus 360 degree multiply n. For here, 3h equal to 10 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. Divide by 3, of course. Divide by 3 for the left, you got only h. It means we successfully taking subjects for h. And the right hand side will be 10 degree divided by 3. And here is 120 degree multiply n. Because 360 degree divided by 3, you got 120 degree like here. Okay, so for the second general solution, 3x plus 20 degree equal to 150 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, 3h transposing plus 20 from left to right, this will become to the minus 20 degree like here. 360 degree multiply n. Okay, 3h equal to 130 degree plus 360 degree multiply n like this one. And divide by 3, of course, divide by 3 for left, we subtract h, divide by 3 for right, you got 130 divided by 3, and 360 degree multiply and also be divided by 3. Here is h. This is a little difficult writing number, so I will keep the rational number for the first part, and for the second one is quite easy, 120 degree multiply n. Because 360 divided by 3, you got this number. Okay, so two general solution. The first one will be here, and the second one will be like this. Yeah. Now time for question 10. About the question 10, we have another form, factorizing trigonometric function. The first bracket you got sine x plus 1, and the second one you got sine x minus 1. Okay, so when you have the number a multiply b equal to 0, that is corresponding to a equal to 0 or b equal to 0 like this case. Yeah, and for this question you got two brackets multiplied together equal to 1. That have to be corresponding to case. The first case is sine x plus 1 equal to 0, and the second one sine x minus 1 equal to 0. I call the first equation is 1 and the second equation is 2. And now time for learning how to solve example 1 or equation 1. Sine x plus 1 equal to 0 is means sine x half equal to minus 1, because plus 1 from left I move it to the right become to the minus 1. And how about the minus 1? That is the one of the special angles about the sides. This corresponding to h equal to minus 90 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. And for the special angles of sine h, we have only one general solution. It is h equal to minus 90 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. For any integer, you already know that, right? And about the 7, the second one, you got sine h minus 1 equal to 0. This is equal to 1 here. And you will have sine h equal to, for 1 is mean equal to sine of 90 degree. And sine h equal to 1 is one of the special angles of function size. So for this case, we have only one general solution, 90 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. Yeah, that's it. So remember about question 10, we move to another kind of question of trigonometric equation is factorizing. Yes, And now practice more about the factorizing. You got question 11. About this question 11, you also have two brackets multiplied together equal to 0. This is corresponding to the two cases. The first case is the first bracket equal to the sine h minus square root of 3 equal to 0. And the second case is 2 sine h minus square root of 2 equal to 0 here. And now I have to divide this screen become the two parts, the left part and the right part. Okay, so solving this one, 2 sine h and transposing minus become to plus in the right hand side. Here is square root of 3. And the next one, convert this or subject sine h, square root of 3 over 2. And square root of 3 over 2, it means, okay, sorry, I need to check it again. Square root of 3 divided by 2, you got 60 degrees. Okay, now you got the new angle is 60 degrees. This is corresponding to general solution. The first one h equal to 60 degrees plus 360 degrees multiply n. And the second one 180 degrees minus 60 degrees, supplementary relationship 360 degrees multiply n now. Yep. So you got here is 60 degrees plus 360 degrees multiply n. And the second general solution, you got 120 degrees plus 360 degrees multiply n. Okay. And how about the second one? You got here is 2 sine h equal to square root of 2. And for the square root of 2, the left hand side is minus and the right hand side is plus square root of 2. So subject sine h, you got square root of 2 divided by 2. Square root of 2 divided by 2 will be corresponding to the angles 45. 45, yes, 45 here. And then you got two general solutions. The first one will be this. And the second one will take supplementary relationship 180 degrees minus 45 degrees and plus 360 degrees multiply n. And okay, so make more simple about these two expressions. The first one I will keep them unchanged, but for the second one 135 degrees plus 360 degrees multiply n. And now I have one more question for you. How many general solutions in this case? You can see that. Let's count. The first one is here, the second one is here, the third general solution and the last general solution. We have 4 general solutions in this exercise. So that is the biggest number from the example 1 to example 11 in this video, right? And the same thing for factorizing form of equation of trigonometric equation question 10. We only have 2 general solutions because the value of sine equal to the special value -1 and 1. But for the question 11 here, we got the general solution 60 and 45 corresponding to the 4 general solution. So very carefully about this kind of question because this will make you a little feel confused about trigonometric equation. Question 12. The same idea with question 11. You got 2 brackets multiplied together equal to 0. And we need to divide this one become to 2 cases. The first case is the first bracket equal to 0. And the second case is the second brackets have to be equal to 0. And now simplify or subtract the left hand side first. The left hand side is 2 sine h and the right hand side become to minus. Transposing method. And subject for sine h -1 over 2. This is equal to sine minus 30 degrees. This is not plus 30 degrees. This is a minus sign. This means negative angles. So 2 angles x and negative 30 degrees corresponding to 2 general solutions. The first one is minus 30 degrees And the second one is relationship, but very carefully when we work with negative angles. Supplementary means 180 minus 30 degree here, and plus 360 degree plus 360 degree, multiply n. And this time for my conclusion, the first one will be here, and the second one you got h equal to 210 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, that is number 12. The next one, the second example, you got 2 sine h equal to 1. Minus 1 from left to right become to 1, and then you have sine h equal to 1 over 2 equal to sine 30 degree, equal to sine of 30 degree. And for here you corresponding to two solutions. The first one is 30 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. And for the second one is quite easy for figure out the supplementary angle with 30 degree, 150 degree, of course, 360 degree multiply n for repeating, and the same numbers of solution like 11, right? You got 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 general solution for question 12. That's not easy, of course. Each time move to the next question. About this one, we have a new thing. Quadratic trigonometric equation. 2 sine square h plus sine h minus 1 equal to 0. So I have to give you another step for solving this kind of question. For question 13 here, you got the quadratic form, but we need to convert from the trigonometric become to the quadratic equation first step. Sine square plus sine h minus 1. 2 sine square plus sine h minus 1 equal to 0. And I want to put y equal to sine h. Maybe you can choose y. Maybe you can choose another letter like the bigger h like here. Or maybe we can use the t here. It doesn't matter. But we need to understand this thing, because the domain of sine h is less than or equal to 1 or greater than or equal to minus 1. So when you put t equal to sine h, the value of t have to be inside of this interval. Minus 1 less than t and less than 1. After you have t equal to sine h, the original equation, this is become to 2 multiply t square plus t minus 1 equal to 0. Yep. And this have the form of quadratic equation. About quadratic equation, you need to use the quadratic formula. About the formula, you need to understand about the 2a squared plus a squared plus bh plus c equal to 0. So for this question, you got a equal to 2, b equal to 1, and c equal to minus 1. Why we have b equal to 1? Because the number multiply t squared is 2, that's why you got a equal to 2. The number multiply of t is mean coefficient of t, you got only t here, but you need to understand that t multiply 1. And the last one, the constant number, always very easily to recognize that. So you got a equal to 2, b equal to 1, and c equal to minus 1. And about the value for t, we have t equal to minus b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. And another t you got here is t1, and this one is the t2. Minus b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac minus 4ac and over 2a line here. Okay, so now it's time for calculate t1. Minus b is mean minus 1 plus b square 1 square minus 4a and c, And after this one, oh, minus 1, here is minus 1, sorry. And very carefully about this step, you got value of c equal to minus 1 and multiply minus 1. I think we should put minus 1 inside the bracket like this writing. And 2 times 2 in here, so t1 minus 1 plus square root of 9 divided by 4. Here is 3 minus 1 is 2 plus 3, and this is equal to 1 over 2. 1 over 2. And how about the t2, the second solution of t? You got here is minus 1 minus b squared minus 4 a, and c, put c inside the bracket, divide by 2 multiply 2, sorry, that is not 2 multiply a anymore, substitute value for a, you got here, and then minus 1 minus 3, and then divide by 4 equal to minus 1. Okay, so I want to highlight for this expression. We need to understand about 1 square minus 4 times a times minus 1 equal to 9. Why? Because 1 square minus 4 times 2 times minus 1 is mean minus 8. So 1 minus minus 8 is mean 1 plus 8 equal to 9. That's why you got the number under square root is 9. That is not a negative number. That is a positive number. So after this step, you got two solutions for t. The first t is 1 over 2 and the second one is minus 1. So look at the domain of t in here. You got the domain of t is minus 1 and 1. So for these two solutions, I can take both of them. Okay. So t equal to 1 over 2, t equal to 1 over 2, and the second t is t equal to minus 1. And what is t? T equal to sine h, that's why you got sine h equal to 1 over 2. And the same idea with sine h equal to the minus 1. Okay, so one more time, you divide this screen become to two parts. For the first part will be sine h equal to 1 over 2 equal to sine of 30 degree, and then this is corresponding to the two general solution. 30 degree plus 360 degree multiply n, and for the next one 150 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, and for the second example, for the second solution, sine h equal to minus 1, and minus 1 is one of the four special angles. So minus 1 corresponding to minus 90 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, so one general solution and two general solution more. We got three general solution for this question. And you can see that it is the first time I have to use in two screens for solving one equation. This means this equation is very hard for solving or very long to solving. Yeah, very carefully about the kind of question like question 13 here. Question 14, sine square h minus 2 sine h plus 3 equal to 0. Again, we have the form the quadratic equation combining with trigonometric equation. So we need to set up or we need to simplify the equation become to the quadratic first. The first thing I need to do is I will put y equal to sine of h. After substitute y equal to sine h, we have the new form of this equation. Y squared minus 2 multiply y plus 3 equal to 0. We need to compare. We need to consider about the interval of y, because y equal to sine h is mean y have to be belonging to the domain of sine h less than or equal 1 or greater than or equal to minus 1. That is the acceptable interval about the value of y. And for this equation, you got the form of quadratic equation, and we know about the coefficient of x, y squared, y, and the constant number here will corresponding to a equal to 1, b equal to -2, and c equal to 3. And after that, we need apply to figure out the determinant. The formula of determinant will be b squared minus 4ac. And for b squared, you got -2 squared, but if you write down like this, you have the wrong answer about the determinant. We need to put -2 inside the bracket like here, because b squared is mean all the value for b will be squared, and 2 squared is not right answer. -2 squared outside will be the right answer. And -4 multiply a is 1 and c equal to 3. After that, you got here is 4 and -12 in this case. And after then, you got determinant will be -8. This value is less than 0, so this is the signal about the no solution for this quadratic equation. And of course, if the quadratic equation is no solution, this means question 14 you got no solution for sine x. And based on this, I want to revise a little bit about the number of solution for quadratic equation. If you got discriminant less than 0, the quadratic equation will have no solution. If quadratic determinant equal to 0, you got one solution. And after that, if you got discriminant is greater than 0, you got two solutions for that. If discriminant greater than 0, you have two solutions for that quadratic equation. Yeah, we finished question 14. The next one is question 15. 9 square, 9 sine square, x minus 6 sine x minus 1 equal to 1. Okay, so I need to convert this become to another form of quadratic equation. 9 sine square x minus 6 sine x and minus 1 equal to 0. Transposing 1 from right to left. And after that, I will put sine x equal to t in this case. About the t here, you need to know about the interval domain for t. -1 less than or equal t less than equal to 1. Yep. And after you set up the value t equal to sine x, the new form of this equation will be 9t squared minus 6 times t minus 1 equal to 0. Once again, I need to figure out the coefficient of x term for the general solution of quadratic equation. A will be 9, b will be minus 6, and c equal to -1. The discriminant in this case, we continue using b squared minus 4ac formula, and b squared means -6 inside the bracket, square outside. 4 multiply 9 and -1 you got in this case. And after that, you got here is 36, and go on for this one. And the value for the discriminant here will be 72. So you got two formula for t. The first t will be minus b plus square root of discriminant divided by 2a. This means minus b equal to minus 6 plus square root of 72 here and over 2 times a. Sorry, 2 times a is mean 2 times 9. This is will be 6 because minus equal to plus. And for this one, you can convert this become to the 6 multiply, square root of 72 equal to 36 multiply 2. And then you can separate this become to two surf. The first surf is square root of 36 and the second one will be here. And this is equal to 6, right? 6 multiply square root 2. And 6 multiply square root 2 for this case over 18 here. And we can factorizing 6 outside. You got 6 multiply with open brackets square root 1 plus 1. over 6 multiplied 3 equal to 18, and then you can simplify this, and the final answer for T1, the first solution for T will be 1 plus square root 2 divided by 3, and another solution will be T2 minus B minus square root of discriminant over 2A. And the same idea with this one, you got 6 minus 6 multiplied square root 2 over 18 here, and then after simplifying, you got 1 minus square root 2 divided by 3 now. Okay, so we got this solution. And after you figure out the value for T1 and T2, we need to back to the value for psi h. The first psi h will corresponding to the T1 equal to psi h equal to 1 plus square root 2 divided by 3, and the second solution for T2 will be equal to psi h and equal to 1 minus square root 2 divided by 3 now, and divide this screen income to two parts, the left hand side and the right hand side. And now we need to figure out which angle have the side equal to this value. Okay, so psi h will be here, and I will using my calculator. Sub psi, okay, 1 plus square root 2, close bracket, divide by 3, and you figure out the value here will be the sine of 53.6 degree. That is the original angles for this value. And how about the other side? You got sine h here, and once again use my calculator. You got the value for this case will be the sine of minus 7.9 degree, 7.9 minus 7.9 degree. Yep. And now time for apply general solution for size function. The first general solution will be keep the original angle unchanged. You got here 360 degree multiply n, and after that you using the supplementary angle minus 53.6 degree plus 360 multiply n, and after that just rewrite the solution for better writing. The first one will be keep unchanged, and the second one you can simplify, because 180 minus 53.6, you got the new one will be 126.4 degree and 360 degree multiply n now. And how about n? That is the integer, maybe negative, maybe positive, or maybe 0, but have to be integer. And the second general and the next solution for psi h equal to psi minus 7.9. You got the general, you got the original angles here minus 7.9 degree plus 360 degree multiply n, and the second one using the supplementary, but for this case you need to rewrite 2 times of minus sign here, and you will have plus 360 multiply n, and the second one will be equal to 187.9 and plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, and for the first one you got minus 7.9 plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, that is the fully solution. So working out already in here, you can copy my solution to your notebook. Yep. So we need to convert this one become to another quadratic equation. This is a little difficult than two others. You have the left hand side is minus 2 multiply psi square h plus 3 psi h plus 1. Okay, because the minus sign in the left hand side is the coefficient of psi square h, so it's harder than the coefficient of psi square will become to positive. So I need to using transposing method move this one to the right hand side. And after moving, you got here is 2 psi square h plus 3 psi h plus 1 here. And then I can put the value of y here equal to psi h. And of course the value for y have to be the domain of sine h function. This means minus 1 less than or equal y less than or equal 1. And after you substitute y equal to sine h, you got the new form of this equation through y squared. Oh, this is not t anymore. It have to be y. 2y squared plus 3y plus 1 equal to 0. And the coefficient for each term in this quadratic equation will be 2, b equal to 3, and c equal to 1. About the discriminant, you got the formula b squared minus 4ac. Substitute the value for b, for a, and for c. You got here is 9 minus 8 equal to 1. So figure out the value for y1. You got minus b plus square root of discriminant divided by 2a. Minus b means minus 3 plus square root of 1 and divide by 2 times 2. So for this you got minus 2 over 4 equal to minus 1 over 2. That is the value for y1. Corresponding to the y2 minus b minus square root of discriminant divided by 2a. Minus 3 minus square root 1 divided by 2 times 2 equal to 4. And here is minus 4 over 4 equal to minus 1. Yeah, two solutions for y1 and y2 here. Corresponding to sine h, you got two solutions for sine h. The first sine h will be y1 sine h equal minus 1 over 2, and the second one is y2 equal to sine h equal to minus 1. Yeah, minus 1 over 2 and minus 1 for y corresponding to sine h. And we need to convert sine h equal to sine of negative 30 degree. Negative 30 degree corresponding to minus 1 over 2. Sine minus 30 degree equal to minus 1 over 2. And for the next one, this is quite easy because it is the special angles about sine, special value for sine. We have only one solution for this. H will be minus 90 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. And how about this one? Corresponding to two general solution, H equal minus 30 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. And for here, you got 180 degree minus 30 degree and plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, so here is h minus 30 degree plus 360 multiply n, and the next one is 210 plus 360 degree multiply n now. Okay, so here is one general solution and another one you got this form. Okay, that is three general solution for question 16. We move to question 17 here. So we have problem. For the 17 question in this case, in the screen, you can see that you got sine 4, sine to power of 4, quadratic equation. Quadratic equation is very hardest question about the trigonometric equation, and in this one, I need to show you special thing if you want to put that. The first is you need to convert this become to the quadratic equation, but we cannot put t equal to sine h anymore here because t equal to sine h is mean the quadratic equation will become t to power 4 minus 2 times t squared plus 1 equal to 0. No, this one cannot have fun to solving this equation. We need to another thing. The second one I need to try is t equal to sine square h. Sine square h is mean sine to power of 4. It means sine square h inside the bracket, you got square outside. 2 multiply sine square h here, put the inside bracket, plus 1 equal to 0. And now here is t squared plus minus 2 times t plus 1 equal to 0. And after this putting, you got quadratic equation. But if we put t equal to sine h, we got quadratic equation. It's very hard. So because t equal to sine square of h, you got problem about the value for t in this case. About the t here, if you got sine h, you have the domain of sine h will be from -1 to 1 like this. But about the sine square h, it have to be less than or equal 1. But sine square cannot be the negative number. That's why you got the another side of this inequality will be 0 less than or equal to sine square h. That's why you got the interval domain for t will be 0 less than or equal t less than or equal 1 like this. Okay, and based on that, you got the new quadratic equation here, t squared minus 2t plus 1. And about this case, it's quite very easy because it's corresponding to t minus 1 and then square outside equal to 1. And after that, you got t minus 1 equal to 0 and then you got t equal to 1. So the value for t here equal to 1, we need to come back to the sine square h. So the sine square h will be here. And now I will use general solution for solving this equation. Sine square h equal to 1. Okay, the question is unfinished. Sine square h equal to 1. Taking square root for both sides of this equation, you will have square root of the left hand side sine square h and the square root of the right hand side 1. After that, you got here is sine h and this one is plus or minus 1. I mean, you got two options for sine h. The first option will be equal to 1 and the second one will be equal to -1. Sine h equal to 1 is the special case for sine h, and of course correct sine h equal to -1 also be the special value for sine. And for here, h equal to 90 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. And now you got here is minus 90 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, so after that you got two general solution, but the step-by-step for working out a quadratic equation of trigonometric equation, you need to using the special putting or special substitute sine square h equal to t. You should not using sine h equal to t like the previous question anymore. Question 17 we finished. The next one is question 18. One more time, you got sine to power of 4 x minus 4 sine square h plus 3 equal to 0. So you know how to put that, right? Put t equal to sine square h, and very carefully about the value for t. You have t less than or equal to 1 and greater than or equal to 0. This is not -1 anymore. And after putting this, you got the new form of this quadratic equation is t squared minus 4 times t plus 3 equal to 0. Corresponding to the coefficient of quadratic equation, here is 1 minus 4 and here is 3. The value of the discriminant corresponding to the formula b squared minus 4ac, minus 4 inside the bracket square and minus 4 for this one. Here is a and here is 3. This is 16 minus 12 equal to 4. And about the solution for t1, minus b plus square root of discriminant divided by 2a. And for minus b, minus 4 plus square root of 4 divided by 2 times 1. And here is 4 plus 2 divided by 2 equal to 3. And about t2, you got minus b minus square root discriminant divided by 2 times a. And for this, you got this case. Divide by 2 equal to, this is equal to 1. Okay, you got two solutions for t. The first t equal to 3 and the second one equal to 1. And you need to compare to the interval of t, because the interval of t has to belonging to the interval 0, 1. and that's why t equal to 3 will be outside of this interval. This means we cannot take this value for the value for t. We only acceptable solution here, t equal to 1. So for t equal to 1, once again, you got sine square h equal to 1 corresponding to the second solution of t. And this is very easy now because for the previous exercise, I think we already finished this question. Sine h and sine h minus 1 and 1. Special value for sine, this is equal to 90 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. And for the second, you got here is minus 90 degree plus 360 degree multiply n now. Yep, that is the solution of the question 18 here. You got the question 19, minus sine for h. Okay, so the first step, I need to convert this from the triple from left to right. For the main coefficient here is minus 2. Minus 2 will become to 2, and 2 sine to power of 4h plus 3 sine square h plus 1. And then I will put the value of sine square h equal to y. For the value of y, you need to take the interval of 0 and 1. And after that, from the quadratic equation, this becomes the quadratic equation. 2 times y squared plus 3 multiply y plus 1 equal to 0. And for a equal to 2, b equal to 3, and c equal to 1. The discriminant will be b squared. B squared minus 4ac. And for b squared, you got 3 squared minus 4 times 2 times 1. And here's 9 minus 8 equal to 1. And for the first solution of y, you got minus b plus square root of discriminant divided by 2a. And minus b means minus 3 plus square root 1 divided by 2 times 2. So minus 1 over 2. And for y2 here, minus b minus square root of discriminant divided by 2a minus 3 minus square root 1 over 4 equal to minus 1. You got problem for this question because the interval of y only from 1 and 0, but for the minus 1 over 2, this is outside of the interval. We cannot take option. We cannot take this value. And the same idea with this one, minus 1 is outside of the domain for y in this question. So for this equation, you got no solution for all question. No solution. This is not the quadratic equation anymore. It have to be the quadratic equation. So the special case for y, special value sine square h for y is have to be positive number inside the interval 0 and 1. And then you got two value in here. This means no solution for whole question. That is question 19. For question 20, it's very simple. 2 sine to power 4h equal to 1. How can you solve with this? Okay, you got sine square sine to power 4h equal to 1 over 2. So we can take the value of this, like I will put the value of t equal to sine square h, and then the interval for t will be less than or equal 1 and greater than or equal to 0. You got here is t square equal to 1 over 2 now. And for 1 over 2, we have two value of t. Take square root of the left and take the square root of the right. You got this one. And the second value for t you have here is minus square root of 1 over 2. This is corresponding to the plus. And you need to carefully about the domain of t, 0 and 1. That's why you can see that minus square root of 1 over 2 is outside of this domain. So you need to cancel this one and take acceptable for solution for t equal to square root 1 over 2. simplify this term, we can have 1 over square root of 2 here. And now you got t equal to sine square h equal to 1 over square root 2. How can you solve? How can you solve with this? How can you figure out the sine square h equal to this value? A little complicated, right? So look at this. You got the sine square h equal to 1 over square root 2. This means you need to figure out the square root of this side and square root one more time for this one. And sine h equal to 2 value plus or minus 1 over square root 2 here. I will divide this one into the two cases. The first case is sine h equal to plus 1 over square root 2. And for the second one, sine h equal to minus square root 1 over square root 2 like here. And then I need to convert this one become to the decimal number. 1 divided by square root 2 and then take the square root for all of the number. You got here is 0.84. And for the next one, you got here equal to minus 0.84. Okay. Corresponding to the side of one specific angle, we need to convert this become to sine of 0.84. This is equal to sine 57.2 degree. And the same idea with the second one, sine h equal to sine of negative 57.2. Okay. And this one will corresponding to the two general solution. The first one will be keep the original angle is unchanged plus 360 degree multiply n. And the second one is supplementary angle relationship 1 to 2.8 degree and 360 degree multiply n now. Okay, so for the second, you got the first original general solution is here, and then the second one supplementary is mean 180 minus this one, I mean the plus. So after addition, you got 237.2 degree plus 360 degree multiply n now. So you got four general solution, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yep. And for question 20 here, the question is a little short, but the working out is a little longer. Before we continue with question 21, I want to revise a little bit about the relationship between sine square and cos square. About the formula between sine square and cos square, you have sine square h plus cos square h equal to 1, and you don't need to prove again this formula. Thus apply this formula to other trigonometric equation. From the original equation in here, you can figure out the sine square equal to 1 minus cos square h, and cos square h equal to 1 minus sine square h. So from the one equation, you got the equation 2 and you have equation 3. Remember these three equations and apply to question 21. About the question 21, we have the equation cos square h equal to cos square plus 1. This is not formula. This is the equation you need to solve. And I want to convert cos square h become to the expression in terms of sine square. For the cos square h equal to 1 minus sine square, you got the other expression in terms of sine square. And the left hand side of this equation will become to this expression. And 1 minus sine square in the left hand side will be equal to the sine square h in the right hand side plus 1. This right hand side equal to the original equation, but for this expression, we have this expression based on the relationship between sine square and cos square. And after you substitute in here, you have all these equations are in terms of sine square, and I want to convert from the left hand side to right hand side using transposing method. You have the right hand side will be plus 1 like this, and from 1 in the left move to right, you got minus 1, and minus sine square, you change this become to the plus sine square h like this. So here is 0 sine square plus sine square, you got 2 sine square h, and plus 1 minus 1 equal to 0. This means you have sine square equal to 0. Multiply 2 here, it doesn't mean anything because 2 multiply sine square equal to 0. It means sine square h have to be equal to 0. And then we got here is sine h equal to 0. And the sine h equal to 0 is one of the special value sine h. For this special value for h, you have the equation between 0 plus 363 multiply n, and the other one will be 180 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. Combine this together, you got h equal to 180 degree. Oh, sorry, this is not 180 degree. This is 0 plus 180 degree multiply n. Remember, sine h equal to 0 is one of the special case for sine h, and you got the general equation for solution here only h equal to 180 degree multiply n. Question 22, cos square h multiply sine h equal to sine h. This question is not easy anymore. Cos square h, you need to convert cos square h in terms of sine h. And you know how to do that, right? Because in the previous exercise, you already learned about this expression. Cos square equal to 1 minus sine square h. Cos square equal to 1 minus 2 square h. I will substitute to the position of cos square like this. This bracket will present by this one, and the other side or the outside of this bracket or the right hand side of this equation, I will keep it unchanged. And after that, we can take we can take expand this bracket. 1 minus sine h outside the bracket, you have sine h, and minus sine cubed h here, and then you got sine h. After that, the left hand side and the right hand side, we have the expression in terms of h. Moving sine h from right hand side to left hand side using transposing method, you got here is minus sine h, and sine h minus sine h equal to 0. And once again, you got the expression in terms of sine h only, minus sine cube h equal to 0. This is still be h equal to 0. And then we have 180 degree multiply n will be the general solution for this question. Yeah, a little difficult than the question 21, right? And continue to another advanced question. For the next advanced question, you got sine square multiply cos square h equal to 0. How can we solve with this one? Come back to the cos square. Cos square, you got the expression 1 minus sine square h equal to 0 in this case. And then I can take subtraction. Sine square h equal to 0. Because we have two brackets multiplied together equal to 0, sine square h multiply with this bracket, so we can convert. We can solve this by using the nut rule. Sine square h equal to 0, or we have 1 minus sine square h equal to 0. And then the first case, you got sine square h, sine h equal to 0, and one more time you have h equal to 180 multiply n. Another case for this question, you have here is 1 and here is sine square h. So take square root for the left, take square root for the right. You got two solutions for side. For first side, it will be equal to 1 and the second one will be equal to -1. For the 1 and -1 here also be the special value for sine function. Sine is equal to 1 is mean you got 90 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. And for this one you got minus 90 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. And after that, in the conclusion, you got one general solution, two general solution, and three general solution. They are three general solutions for this question. Question 24. Cos square h minus sine square h equal to 0. Another question about cos square. And one more time, I need to convert cos square be in terms of sine square. You have here is 1 minus sine square h. Outside you have minus sine square h equal to 0. Expand this bracket, you got this one, sine square h minus sine square h equal to 0. And simplify this expression, we have here is sine h multiply 2 sine square h equal to 0. And then you got here will be sine square h equal to 1 over 2. Sine square h equal to 1 over 2, and I want to take square root for the left and square root for the right. You have two solutions. The first one will be sine h equal to plus or only square root 1 over 2. And the second one will be sine h equal to minus square root 1 over 2. So minus square root 1 over 2. And for the first one, you got here is h equal to 1 over square root 2. This is equal to the sine 45 degree. And about the general solution, you got the first original angle 45, 360 degree multiply n. And the other one, you have 135 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, that is the first equation. The second one is sine h equal to minus 1 over square root 2. This is equal to the sine of minus 45 degree. Minus 45 degree will be the second original angles. H equal to minus 45 plus 360 degree multiply n. And for the next one, you got 100 minus 45. Minus 45 means plus, so we have 225 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, that is question 20. For general solution for this question, and of course it is not easy, very difficult. So move to question 25. About the question 25 here, we have cos square h plus 4 sine h equal to 1. Okay, you know how to do, right? You understand about the cos square h equal to 1 minus sine square h. And for this one, I want to substitute cos square by the bracket. Inside the bracket, you got 1 minus sine square h like here. And then 4 multiply sine h equal to 1. For this bracket, you got here is 4 minus 4 sine square h plus 4 multiply sine h. And from 1 here, from the right hand side to left hand side, you got this one is minus 1 equal to 0. And because we have the bracket in here, after expanding, you got minus 4 multiply sine square h, so I need to change the position a little. This one will be the first term, and the second term will be 4 sine h. And you got here is 4, you got this one is minus 1, so we have plus 3 equal to 0 like this. And for this case, you got the quadratic equation form. About this equation, I need to put sine h equal to t. And of course, you need to understand about the domain of t. About t here, you got minus 1 and you got 1 in this case. And about the psi h equal to t, the equation will become to minus 4t squared plus 4 times t plus 3 equal to 0. And using the formula, a equal to minus 4, b equal to 4, and c equal to 3. Is that right? I think so. About the discriminant, b squared minus 4ac. b squared means 4 squared minus 4. About a is minus 4 and about c is 3. This is 16 and this one is 16 multiplied 3. You got 48 plus 48 because you got two minus sign multiplied together. And the result will be 64. And about the value for t, you got t1, you got t2. The formula of t will be minus b plus square root of 64. No, it is not 64. I need to rewrite the formula first, divide by 2a. And minus b is mean minus 4 plus square root of 64 divided by 2 times minus 4. And here is 6, no, here is 8, here is 4. And 4 over here, you got minus 1 over 2. The next one will be minus 4. Oh, sorry, I need to rewrite the formula first. Minus b minus square root of discriminant divided by 2 times a. Here is minus 4 square root of 64. And then here is minus 8. Yep, this is minus 12 over 8 divided by 4. You got here is 3. And this one is 2. Yep. And you need to understand about the domain of t. About the domain of t, tell me that the value of t have to be belonging to the interval minus 1 and 1. And 3 over 2 is greater than 1 because 3 over 2 is equal to 1.5. This is greater than 1, so this cannot be the right answer. And you cannot accept this solution. We only have accept to this one. And psi h equal to minus 1 over 2. We need to solve that equation. And about t equal to minus 1 over 2 equal to psi h. We only accept this solution. This is will become to the psi of minus 3 equal to psi h like this. And then the first general solution will be, sorry, this is degree, minus 30 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. And about h, you got 100 supplementary relationship. 180 minus 30 degree equal to 210 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. So we finished the question 25. Question 26. How can you work with this one? Once again, we need to practice this. Sine h plus 5 equal to 6. And now it's time to convert cos square h be the expressed in terms of size. 1 minus sine square h, but it have to be inside the bracket. You got here is sine h plus 5 equal to 6 minus 6 multiply sine square h like this one. And transpose on two terms of right hand side to left hand side. You got here is 6 sine square h plus sine h plus 5 minus 6 equal to 0. And here is 6 sine square h plus sine h minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, it's time for putting the sub-variable. We got put sine h equal to y. And for the value of y, it have to be in the interval minus 1 and 1. After substitute sine h equal to y, the equation becomes to 6y squared plus y minus 1 equal to 0. And about a equal to 6, about b equal to 1, about c equal to minus 1. And the discriminant b squared minus 4ac. 1 squared minus 4 times 6 times minus 1. And this one will become to 25. About y, the first y will be phi 1 minus b plus square root discriminant over 2 times a minus 1 plus square root 25 over 2 times 6, and this is 5 minus 1 equal to 4. 4 over 12 is mean 1 over 3. And the second solution for y, minus b minus square root of the discriminant divided by 2 times a, and minus 1 minus square root 25, 6 and 2. This is minus 5 minus 1 equal to minus 6 over 12 equal to minus 1 over 2. And because this interval, we can take this solution because 1 over 3 belong to this interval or this domain, and the second solution also be acceptable. Okay, so come back to the original of y, sine x, and you got two solutions for sine. The first sine x is 1 over 2, is that? No, minus 1 over 2. And the second one is sine x equal to 1 over 3. The first equation, sine x equal here, this means sine of minus 30 degree. And this is corresponding to the two general solution. The first general solution is here plus 360 degree multiply n. And about the second one, you got 210 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. And how about this one? I need my calculator. I need to figure out the angle have the sine equal to 1 over 3. Shift sine 1 over 3, you got 19.5. Sine of 19.5 degree will be equal to 1 over 3. And this is correspond to the two general solution. The first one is 19.5 plus 360 degree multiply n. And for the second one, 180 minus 19.5. Supplementary relationship and 360 multiply n. Okay, we can simplify the second one. 180 minus that number. You got 160.5 will be the last general solution for x here. So one solution, two solution, three solution, and the last one is 4. You got 4 general solution for this question. The next one will be this question, and you can see that one by each question, the kind of question is a little bit harder. How about this question? How can you solve this? 2 cos square x minus sine square minus 2 multiply sine x minus 1. Yeah, a little bit harder, right? Here is 2. I can convert cos square be expressed in term of x in term of sine square. 1 minus sine square h here, and minus sine square h minus 2 sine h minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, expand this and you got this expression 2 sine square h minus sine square h minus 2 sine h minus 1 equal to 0. Simplify this, you got here is the sine square minus 2 sine square h minus 1 minus 1 more sine square h. So we can combine this and this is become to the minus 3. Minus 2 sine h and 2 minus 1. Here is 2, this is minus 1. You got plus 1 equal to 0. So based on this one, I can put t equal to sine h, and the interval for t will be like this. Okay, after substitute sine h equal to t, you got the new equation is minus 3t squared minus 2 times t plus 1 equal to 0. So for the coefficient of each term in the quadratic equation now, you got a equal to minus 3, b equal to minus 2, and c equal to 1. And about the discriminant, b squared minus 4ac. b squared is mean minus 2 squared, but we need to put minus 2 inside the bracket. And the other side will be minus 4. A here is minus 3 and c equal to 1. Okay, so here is 4, plus 12 equal to 16. And I think you know about the formula of T1 and T2, so let me write down the number immediately. Minus 2 is minus b plus square root of 16 divided by 2a. Divided by 2a is 2 minus 3. 2 times minus 3. Here is 2, here is 4 equal to 6. This one is minus 6, it means here is minus 1. And how about the next one? The next one will be minus 2 minus 16 under the square root. And here is minus 6. Here is 2 minus 4 equal to minus 2. And here is minus 6. This means this is equal to 1 over 3. Yeah, 1 over 3 and minus 1 will be the same thing belong to this interval. So we can accept this one, and we also be this solution also be subject. Accept. Come back to the sine h minus 1 and sine h 1 over 3. Sine h equal to minus 1 and sine h equal to 1 over 3. Is that true? I think so. And for here, that is the special value for sine h. H will become to the minus 19 degree plus 360 multiply n. And is that 19.5 for this one? 19.5, I think so. And the same thing to the previous question of sine h equal to 1 over 3. You will have sine h equal to sine 19.5 degree. This is corresponding to general solution 19.5 and supplementary angle 160 degree 0.5. And here is degree plus 360 degree and plus 360 degree multiply n. Okay, so one general solution, the second one and the last one will be here. Yeah, that is the value for the question 27. How about the question 28? A little bit harder. You got here is tan and you got here is cos. You have no sine h in this case. How can you work with this one? I need to convert from tan become to the in terms of size and cos for easily calculating. So about tan, this is the definition. Tan equal to sine over cos h like this one. And we have here is the cos h now. This form you got the rational expression or rational polynomial. I don't want to work with the polynomial in form of the rational, so I need to multiply. I will multiply both sides of this expression of this equation with cos h like here. I mean the left hand side will be multiplied with cos h and the right hand side also be multiplied with cos h. Okay, rewrite the right hand side and rewrite the left hand side sine h over cos h in here. And you can see that based on here we can simplify the denominator and the numerator cos h here. This become to 1, and after that here become to 4 sine h after we simplify. And about the right hand side, 3 cos is mean 3 cos square h like this. Yeah, so based on this you got 4 sine h equal to 3 multiply 1 minus this is sine square h, right? Here is sine h, and you have expand this bracket. The right hand side will become to 3 minus 3 sine square h here. Okay, posing from right to left, you got 3 sine square h plus 4 sine h and minus 3 equal to 0. And about the equation here, you can put the sine h equal to t, and of course for the value of t it have to be from minus 1 to 1 now. And the equation you need another form, 3t squared 3c squared plus 4t and minus 3 equal to 0. In the next line we continue solving this quadratic equation. 3t squared 3t squared plus 4 times t and minus 3 now. Here is A, this one is B, and this one is C. Here is 3, 4, minus 3, and the discriminant b squared minus 4ac. B squared is means 16 minus 4, 3, and minus 3 now. Yep, about 16 you got here. This is plus 36, 9 times 4, 36, and this is equal to 52. This is not the square number anymore, right? And about the t, the first t will be equal to minus b plus square root discriminant over 2a. You got here is minus 4 plus square root of 52 divided by 2a is 2 times 3. Okay, now let's calculating this one. Plus square root of 52 and then divide by 6. You got here is 0.53, I mean 54. I mean 0.54. And about t2, yeah, minus b minus square root discriminant divided by 2a minus 4 minus square root 52 divided by 2 times 3. So minus 4 minus square root 52 and then divide by 6. This is equal to minus 1.8. Okay, we got problem in the second solution. About the value of t, it have to belong minus 1 to 1. And minus 1.8 is outside of this domain, so we cannot accept this solution. You only accept the t1 0.54 because this one is belong to the interval. We are belonging to the interval of domain. Yeah. So the next step, this is will be psi h equal to 0.54. 0.54. You got this one will be 32.7. 32.7 psi h equal to psi 32.7 degree like this. Yeah, here is h 32.7 degree plus 360 degree multiply n, and the next one is 180 degree minus 32.7 degree and plus 360 degree multiply n. 180 minus 32.7, and this is equal to 147.3 plus 360 degree multiply n. Two solutions. The first one will be like this and the second one will be here. Question 29. Once again, you got the form of cos square combining with sin h. Cos square h plus 5 sin h equal to 4. And you know how to work with this one, right? You got 2 here. 1 minus sin square h plus 5 times sin h equal to 4. And expand this one. You got 2 minus 2 multiply sin square h plus 5 times sin h, and I want to change posing 4 from right to left. This becomes 2 minus 4 equal to 0. And here is minus 2 sin square h plus 5 multiply sin h right now and minus 2. Why you got minus 2 here? Because you have 4. You got minus 4 here and you got 2 here. 2 minus 4 equal to minus 2. After this step, I think you can put sin h equal to t. Put sin square h equal to t, and the interval for t is minus 1 and t and 1 now. And the equation will become to minus 2 t squared plus 5 times t minus 2 equal to 0. Yep. About A, about B, about C. Minus 2 here is 5 and this one is minus 2. The discriminant is b squared. Discriminant equal to b squared minus 4ac. b squared is 25. Minus 4, here is minus 2 and this one is minus 2. And this is minus 16. Minus 16, this one is 9. This one is 9, so for t1. About the t1, minus 5 plus 3 over minus 4, and this is minus 2 over minus 4, 1 over 2, and about t squared minus 5 minus 3 over minus 4. Here is 2. Okay, so about 2, you can see that the value 2 is outside of this domain. We cannot accept this solution and only take this one. And t1 equal to 1 over 2, back to the sine x. You got t equal to sine x 1 over 2 now. And this equation, I think is very easy for you now, because 1 over 2 equal to the sine of 30 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. And for here, you got 150 supplementary angle to 30 degree and plus 360 degree multiply n here. We got the next one, the question 30. Question 30 here, I think this is not easy anymore. It's a little hard. We need to factorizing this question. And how can you take factorizing for here? Because after you convert cos square become to 1 minus sine square x, you cannot solve here because you still have the cos x in this position. So another way for solving this question, I will have sine square x, I keep it unchanged. And look at the number 3 here. For the number 3 here, 3 of sine x times cos x is mean you got 1 sine x times cos x plus 2 sine x times cos x like here. Look at this. From the first term, I separate this become to 1 and 2 here. Okay, let me make more clear writing at this position. Plus 1. Okay. And 1 plus 2 equal to 3. 3 sine cos become to 1 sine cos plus 2 sine cos. And the other term will be 2 cos square x equal to 0 here. Factorizing this one, you got the first term and the second term also have the common factor is sine x. I can take sine x outside this bracket. Take sine x outside. Inside the bracket, you got here is sine x plus cos x in here. And the same idea with this one, you got here is cos and you got here is the 2 cos. So the common factor of the second term will be 2 times cos x here. Inside the bracket, you still have sine x plus cos x. After you take factorizing, you got the new common factor is sine x plus cos and sine x plus cos here. So the first bracket will be sine x plus cos x like this, and the second one will be sine x plus 2 times cos x in this one equal to 0. So this is equal to 2 case or 2 solution. The first one is sine x plus cos x equal to 0, or the other one will be sine x plus 2 cos x equal to 0. Yeah, so how can you work with this? This one is a little bit harder and this one also be harder. And I want to solve one by one case in this one. The first case I want to solve is sine x plus cos x equal to 0. And the first step, I will convert cos x from left hand side to right hand side. This is become to minus cos x here. And I will divide both sides by cos x. After divide by cos x, you got here sine x over cos x in this one. And the other side will be cos x over cos x in here. Yeah, so sine over cos is mean tan x. And about cos over cos is mean minus 1. And about the tan, you still using your calculator. For your calculator, you got sec tan minus 1 equal to minus 45. This is equal to minus 45. And about the equation of tan, we only have one general solution. Only one general solution. the original will be unchanged, but for the second part of general solution, you don't need to use 360 degree anymore. We need to use 180 degree, and 180 degree multiply n will be the solution of this case. It's very easy because we have only one solution, one general solution. The second equation will be sin h plus 2 cos h equal to 0. Okay, so continue. Sin h plus 2 times cos h equal to 0. And for this case, you got sin h equal to minus 2 times cos h. And the same idea, I will divide both sides of this equation by cos h. After divide by cos, you got here is sin h over cos h now. And you got here minus 2 cos h over cos h in here. Sin divided by cos, you got tan h. And the next one will be minus 2, And how about the minus 2? I need to calculate in my calculator. Minus 2, you got tan h will be equal to the tan of minus 63.4 degree. And about the tan equation, remember, you only have one general solution. You don't need to change original angles. That's change from the 360 degree become to 180 degree multiply n. That's it. This general solution is the second solution, and this one will be the first general solution. Yeah, that is question 30. And I think from the question 30 here to the end of this video, each question is very hard to you. Let's make more concentration. About the 31, look at this. This question is very hard. 13 times cos square over 2 plus sin h equal to 2. Yeah, how can you work with this? You can see that I have the rational term here. The first term, you got the rational form. I don't need to work with the rational form. I need to convert that become to the non-rational form. And because of that target, I will multiply all of the term here with the expression 2 plus sin h in here. So how can you take this action? The first term will be 13 multiply cos h over 2 plus sin h in here, right? I will take this one multiply with the 2 plus sin h. The second term is sin h, right? I will take this one multiply with 2 plus sin h one more time. And the last term is 2 will be multiplied with 2 plus sin h here. Okay, so after simplify this, you got this bracket can be cancelled with this one. And the equation, this term become to 13 cos square h. How about the next one? Sin multiply with this. Okay, so expand this bracket, you got 2 sin h plus sin square h. And the right hand side, you got 4 plus 2 multiply with sin h right now. Okay, so the next step, I convert cos square become to sin square. Cos square is mean 1 minus sin square h. And then 2 sin h plus sin square h minus 4 minus 2 times sin h equal to 0. So expand the first term, you got 13 minus 13 sin square h. And a little simplify with this, you got 2 sin h and minus 2 sin h equal to 0. And you got here is sin square h minus 4 equal to 0. Yeah, go on. You got 13 is the constant, minus 4 in another constant. So 13 minus 4 equal to 9. And minus 13 plus 1 equal to minus 12. Multiply with sin square h equal to 0. So for this one, 9 equal to 12 multiply sin square h. And sin square h now, this is become to 9 over 12 here. Okay, so in the next step, we need to focus on this question. This expression, sin square h equal to 9 over 12. How can you work next? Sine square h equal to 9 over 12 here. Take square root in the left, take square root in the right. You will got two cases. The first case is sine h equal to the square root of 9 over 12 here. This is 3, and this one minus 12 is mean 2 multiply square root of 3 now. Yeah, because square root of 12 equal to 4 times 3, and square root of 4 equal to 2, and you got this one. Or another way for write down this, you can have square root of 3 over 2. And the second solution for sine, this will be the opposite side of this one, minus square root 9 over 12. This is will be minus 3 over 2 times square root 3, or minus square root 3 divided by 2. Okay, one by one. Here is sine h equal to square root 3 over 2. And the next one, you got the sine h equal to minus square root 3 over 2. And square root 3 over 2, is that possible for figure out? Let me check this one. See sine minus 3, okay, square root 3 divided by 2. 60 degrees. This is very easy. Sine h equal to sine of 60 degrees. Two general solution. The first one will be the keep this angle is unchanged, 60 degrees. The second one is supplementary angles, 120. So plus 360 degrees multiply n, 360 degrees multiply n one more time. Okay, and the next one will be the opposite angle, minus square root 3 over 2 been corresponding to sine of minus 60 degrees, and this is a negative number, so minus 60 degrees will be here, plus 360 degrees multiply n, and take supplementary. You got 180, okay, 240 degrees plus 360 degrees multiply n now. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. For general solution for this question. Question 32. Sine h plus cos h inside the bracket square outside equal to 1. How can we solve it here? We remember about the identity of algebra. We got a plus b square will be equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Apply this identity to this equation. You will have the first term will be a, this is sine h, and the second one is b corresponding to the cos h here. And a square, this means sine square h plus 2 sine h multiply cos h plus cos square h equal to 1. And you know about the relationship between sine h and cos h, right? I need to change position of h3 term in the original identity here. And you will got this one. And sine h square plus cos square h will be equal to 1. Back to the formula I give you in the question 20. And after that, you got the new trigonometry equation like this one. And the left hand side and the right hand side also have x, also have 1. We can cancel it like this. And after that, you got sine h plus cos h will be equal to 0. And sine h equal to cos h is means sine h multiply cos h equal to 0. This is corresponding to two cases. The first case is sine h equal to 0, and the second one cos h equal to 0. And now you got the trigonometric equation 1 and trigonometric equation 2. Let's start with the equation 1 first. Equation 1 gives you the equation sine h equal to 0. This is special trigonometric value, and the value for h here will corresponding to the 360 degree multiply n. And the second one will be h equal to 180 degree plus 360 degree multiply n now. And this is, we can combine these two equations, become to only one general solution. That is 180 degree multiply n. And how about the next one? You got cos h equal to 0. This is another special value for cos. And the cos will be here 0, no, 90 degree plus 180 degree multiply n. Yeah, that is two general solution for this question. We got the other question is 33. About the 33 here, the first time you got cos to power of 4x equal to 1 minus 2 sine square h plus sine to power of 4h. How can we convert all cos become to sine? Look at this. You have the form of this one with corresponding cos to power of 4 is mean cos to power of square. Inside the bracket and outside you got one more time for square. And the left hand side, I will keep it unchanged. I keep it unchanged and I will repeat that like here. Okay, and now the term cos square h, you know how to convert that become to the sine square. You got cos square h equal to 1 minus sine square h. Inside the bracket and outside you got square. And the right hand side, one more time, I don't need to change anything here yet. We have here, and now you got the identity of perfect square. Another formula about the perfect square here, you have a minus b square, and then you got a square minus 2ab plus b square. Apply this one to the left hand side of this equation. 1 square, you got the first term, the second one will be 2 sine square h and plus sine 4 like this one. And the left hand side you finish, the right hand side you got here, and you can see that the left hand side and the right hand side exactly equal together. You got the term of 1, you got the term of minus 2 sine square h, and you got the last term for both sides. This equation is sine to power of 4h like here. And after we simplify that, you got 0 equal to 0. So how many solutions you got in this equation? You got infinite solutions. You got infinite solutions. So every number will be the solution for this case. I mean 0 equal to 0 for own value of x. For own value of x. And of course, this question is one special case when you solving trigonometric equation. We finish question 33 and move to question 34. About the question 34, you got sine, you got cos, and also you got x. How can you work with this? I want to write down tan is become to the expressed as the in term of sine and cos. About sine and cos, I don't want to rewrite tan. I want to write sine h over cos h like here, and minus cos h plus 1 equal to 0. You got rational form of this term, and I want to cancel rational form. It means I want to cancel this rational term by multiply all term of this equation with cos h like here. Yeah, so after simplify, after multiply with cos h, you got this one. The first term of this expression will become to multiply cos h here. The second term cos h will be multiply cos h like this, and 1 multiply cos h equal to cos h, and 0 multiply cos h also be 0. But after this step, you got this one can be simplified with this one, and after that you got 3 sine square h minus cos square h plus cos h equal to 0. And how about sine square h here? You got cos square, you got cos. I want to convert sine square become to cos. It means sine square h will be equal to 1 minus cos square h, and outside the bracket we keep them unchanged. and then you got this trigonometric equation. Expand this bracket, you got here is 3 multiply cos square x minus cos square x plus cos x like here equal to 0. And then you will have here is minus 4 cos square x. And how about cos? You got plus cos x, and the last term will be 3. Plus 3 equal to 0. And you know how to solve with this one, right? We have the form of quadratic equation, but we need to move to another screen. Minus 4 cos square x and plus cos x plus cos x plus 3 equal to 0. And now it's time for putting the other sub-variable. You got t equal to cos x, and of course the value of t have to belong to the domain of cos. I mean minus 1 to 1. And after you put t equal to cos, the equation become minus 4 t squared plus t plus 3 equal to 0. Yeah, this is corresponding to the quadratic equation. A will be minus 4, b equal to 1, and c equal to 3. The discriminant will be b squared minus 4ac. b squared means 1 squared minus 4. About a minus 4, and about the last term is 3 here. So here is 1 plus with 16 multiply 3 equal to 48. This means here is 49. And how about the t1 and how about the t2? The t1 will be minus b plus square root discriminant over 2a. And here it will be minus 1 square root of 49 over 2 times minus 4. Here is 7. Minus 1 equal to 6, and here is minus 8. After simplifying, you got negative 3 over 4. The next term will corresponding to the other formula of solution. You got here is minus 1 minus square root of 49 over 2 multiply minus 4. Here is minus 8. This one also be minus 8. And of course, the result will become to 1 now. And you can see that minus 3 over 4 belonging to this domain. And the value of 1 also be belonging to this domain. So we can take through the solution. Back to the formula of cos, of t. The first equation will be negative 3 over 4, and the second one is cos equal to 1. And cos equal to 1 is one of the special case of cos. It is 0 plus 360 degree multiply n. And the second one, I need to use my calculator one more time. You got here is negative 3 over 4. And sub cos of this one, you got the value of angle. About the angle here is 138.6 degree. And the general solution for cos, it is a little easier than sine. You have only 3 general solutions, and you don't need to take supplementary relationship anymore. We take opposite relationship. Opposite is mean one side will be plus and the other side have to be the minus. Minus 138.6 plus 360 degree multiply n now. Okay, so you got 2 general solution for this case and 1 general solution for this one. 1 and 2 and 3 general solution for this question. Okay, and I think this is a little long question about tan, sine, and cos. And of course, this question is not easy, right? It is very long and very hard. So we have question 35. The 35, one more time, you got tan. And as the previous question, when I see tan in the equation, I want to convert this become to sine. Sine x and then over cos x like here. And after this one, you got the rational term of this, and I want to cancel rational form by multiplying this and this one with cos x. Why we multiply with cos x? Okay, look at this. After multiply with cos x in the left hand side, and I multiply, oh sorry, this is not tan, this is sine. About sine x over cos x in the right hand side multiply cos x here. You can simplify this term and then simplify this term. And after that, you got 2 cos square x equal to 3 sine square. And I think you figure out why we should multiply with cos. About the term cos square here, it is equal to 1 minus square h inside the bracket like this one. And then we can expand the bracket and change position or change posing method for the terms in the left hand side. And after we move 2 terms in the left hand side to right hand side, you got here is 2 sine square x plus 3 sine x and minus 2 like this. Okay, times for quadratic equation. 0 equal to 2 sine square x plus 3 sine x and minus 2. Is that true? Let me check again. Yeah, I think so. And you have put t equal to sine x. And about t greater than or equal minus 1 and less than or equal to 1 now. And for here you can see after we substitute t equal to sine, you will got this one is 2 t squared plus 3 times t minus 2. About this quadratic equation, you got the value for 3 coefficients. The first one a, the second one b, and the last one will be c. And about the discriminant, you got b squared minus 4ac. b squared is 3 squared minus 4a times c now. Here is 9 plus 16 equal to 25. Yep, about the 25, this one, you will got the t1 and t2. About the t1 and about the t2 here, minus b plus square root discriminant divided by 2a. Minus b minus square root of discriminant divided by 2a now. And minus b means minus 3 square root of 25 equal to 5 over 2 times 2 equal to 4. Here's 5 minus 3 equal to 2. 2 over 4 is mean 1 over 2. The second one you got here is 5 and 2 times 2 is 4 is mean minus 2. But you got problem. About the value of t, we only acceptable interval in the domain of t is minus 1 and 1. But for the negative 2 here, this is outside values of this interval. So we cannot take this value, but we can take acceptable solution for 1 over 2 here. This means you got only one value for sine x. About the sine x here equal to 1 over 2, and we do a lot time for this equation. The first will be 30 and the second one is 150 degree, and the second part of general solution will be 360 degree multiply n. Okay, 2 general solution for this question. Yeah, we going on to 36. And for this question, you one more time have problem about sine x plus 3 equal 3 cos equal to 0. And how about with this one? You can see that the first thing I need to try is how about if cos x equal to 0. If cos x equal to 0, it means sine x will be equal to 1 or sine x equal to negative 1. But in this equation, you can see that sine equal to 1, 3 equal to 0. This equation is not true. This is not true. And how about sine equal to minus 1 plus 3 times 0 equal to 0? Of course, this also be not true. And you can make conclusion that cos x cannot be equal to 0. Cos x have to be different to 0. And based on this condition, I can divide both sides of this equation by cos. I mean, the original equation sine multiplied with cos x equal to 0 here, I will divide all of these terms by cos x. And after divide by cos x, you got this term. And you got the second term will be like this one and equal to 0. Because 0 divided by cos x also still be equal to 0. And sine divided by cos, this is tan h. Cos divided by cos equal to 3, and for this one. And then you can take subject for tans. And tan h equal to negative 3. Tan h equal to negative 3. How can we solve with this? Yeah, the first step, I need to convert negative 3 become to the tan function of one specific angle. I mean tan of negative 3. And I can figure out the value of that angle will be negative 71.6. And about the general solution of tan is quite easy. H equal to negative 71.6 degree plus 360 degree now. Yeah, only one solution for this case like here. That is why how can you solve this equation. The 36 we have using the tan general solution. So very carefully about how can you solve the working out for this question. I already showed this in the screen now. You can copy that to the notebook. And we finish question 36. Now we have question 37. About the question 37 here, this is not easy. Sine to power 4 and cos to power 4 equal to 1/2. Yeah, okay, so step by step, look at this. I will keep this one is unchanged, but the second one, cos square inside the bracket and you got square outside. This means cos to power 4h. Yeah, step by step, look at this. You got the term of cos square, so I can change cos square become to the term in term of sine square like this one, and then I can use the identity perfect square of identity. You got here is 1 square minus 2 sine square h plus sine to power of 4h like this one equal to 1/2. Expand this bracket. You got here is 1 plus 2 sine square h and minus sine to power of 4 equal to 1/2. And this time for cancel this term and this term, because sine to power 4 minus sine to power 4 it will be equal to 0. And simplify with this. Okay, let me take some step. -1 from left will become to right, and after that, okay, allow me to write down the new form here. After simplifying, you got here 1/2 plus 1, and here is 2 sine square h equal to 3/2, and after that sine square h divide by 2 for both sides, you got 3/4. It's time for write down this one. And sine square h equal to 3/4. We can separate this equation to the new slide. You got here, take the square root for the right hand side and the left hand side. You got two values for sine h. The sine h here will be square root of 3/2, or the second one. You got sine h equal to negative value, negative square root 3/2, and I will use the formula of sine for each case. The first case will be here corresponding to the sine of 60 degree, and you got two values. The first one is 60 degree. Okay, 60 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. And the second one will be the supplementary with 60 degrees, mean 120 plus 360 degree multiply n. And about the second case of the sine h here, negative square root 3/2. This means the sine of negative 60 degree. About this equation, you got the first original angles will be negative 60 degree plus 360 multiply n. And about the next one is 100 plus 60 degree is mean 240 degree. Yeah, I think until now you understand how can we solve this equation. We have a lot of case about the negative original angles like here. 4 general solution for this question. We finished this one, and question 38 about this question. We have a lot of things to do. The first thing I want to show you is the fraction over fraction. About the tan here, I want to convert this like sine h over cos h like this one, and plus 15 equal to 0. The next step, I will change form of this fraction. For cos h over sine over cos is mean for cos h is the numerator, divide by the denominator is sine h over cos h like here, plus 15 equal to 0. And then you got 4 times cos h multiplied with reciprocal of this one. This is will be cos over sine h plus 15 equal to 0. And now simplify one more step. You got here is cos square over sine h plus 15 equal to 0 here. The new form of this expression. Okay, now I will using this form to continue solving this equation. Look at this. About the cos square over sine square. This is a rational form. I don't want to work with rational form. I will multiply both sides or both own term of this equation with sine h. And after multiply, I'm got here over sine h multiply sine h plus 15 multiply sine h and 0 multiply sine h means 0. Simplify this term with this one. Simplify fraction is very easy, right? You got 4 cos square h plus 15 multiply sine h equal to 0 now. And about 4 here, this is 1 minus sine square h plus 15 multiply sine h equal to 0. And then expand this, you got 4 minus 4 sine square plus 15 multiply sine h equal to 0. And transposing here, we have the form quadratic equation equal to sine h here. -1 less than equal to t less than equal to 1. And the equation you will got here is 4 minus 4 t squared plus 15 times t equal to 0. A little difficult, right? And now let's time for take the order, the new order of this quadratic equation. And about this one, a equal to -4, b equal to 15, c equal to 4, and about the discriminant b squared minus 4ac. b squared is mean 15 squared minus 4 minus 4, and c, wow, one more time for 4. Okay, and 15 squared minus 4 multiply minus 4 multiply 4, you got 289. And how can you solve here? Minus b plus square root discriminant divided by 2a. Minus b is mean minus 15 square root of 289 over 2a is mean 2 multiply -4. So minus 15 plus square root of 289 divided by -8. You got -1 over 4. That is the first solution. The second one corresponding to the minus discriminant lie here, and minus 15 minus square root of 289 over -8. Yeah, over -8. Yeah, let me check this out. Divide by 8, you got here is 4. So remember about the value of t. You got t have to belong this domain -1 to 1. So we cannot take this solution. We only accept this one equal to sine h. Is that right? Yeah, sine h is the right answer for this question. And you know about the final solution, final equation sine h equal to -1 over 4. This time for check it out which value of angle for -1 over 4. Okay, you got here is 14.5 degree negative, and the other side will be sine h here. Two general solution for this question. The first one will be this, and the second one, minus of minus, it means add 180 degree. You got minus 194.5 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. We finished the 38 question, and now we got question 39. One more time, a little harder for this question. You got sine to power of 4, cos to power of 4, and then you got 2 cos squared. How can we work with this? Look at this. You got here is 8. Sine to power of 4 is means sine square h, and the outside will be square like this one. Here is cos to power of 4. Here is 2, and this one is cos square. And about the sine square h inside the bracket here, I can change this expressed as the in term of sine square. Sorry, in term of cos square. So you got here outside plus cos to power of 4 equal to 2 cos square h like this. Yeah. So using perfect square for the bracket, this one you got 1 square minus 2 times cos square h plus cos to power of 4h in here plus cos to power of 4h plus equal to 2 cos square h like this one. And then you got here is 8. This is 16 multiply cos square h plus 8 multiply cos to power of 4 plus cos to power 4h, and change posing from right to left. You got negative 2 and cos square h equal to 0 like this. And after that, simplify this one. The cos to power 4 is you got 2 term 1 and 2h plus 1 equal to 9. 9 cos to power of 4 here. And about the cos square, minus 16 minus 2 is mean minus 18 cos square h, and about the constant, you got only 8 equal to 0. And it's time for change posing. Sorry, put the sub-variable. Put okay t equal to cos square h like this. But because we got t equal to cos square, the cos square always has positive value or 0, so it cannot be negative number. 0 less than t less than 1. And after change posing here using sub-variable here, you got 9 t squared minus 18 times t and plus 8 equal to 0. Okay, now it's time for using ABC for this. A equal to 9, B equal to negative 18, and C equal to 8. The discriminant is B squared minus 4AC. B squared is minus 18 square minus 4 times 9 times 8. Okay, let's check this out. 18 square minus 4 times 9 times 8. You got 36. You got 36. Okay, so continue for solving t. About the first t, you got minus b plus square root of discriminant divided by 2a. So what is b? You got negative 18. This means minus 18 plus square root of 36 over 2 times a. How about a is 9? Yeah, 18 plus 9 over 2 times 9. 27 over 18, that is 3 over 2. And the second one, oh sorry, here is t2. About t2 here, you will have minus b minus square root of discriminant divided by 2a minus 18 minus square root of 36 divided by 2 times 9. Here is 18 minus, oh sorry, that is not 9, that is 6. 24 divided by 18, you got here is 4 over 3. Is that right? Yeah, 4 over 3. And of course for this case, you got here is 6 and here 2 times 9. 12 divided by 18, you got 2 over 3. but this one is greater than 1. You have to remember about the domain of t have to be less than or equal to 0. So we cannot take accept for this value. It have to be cancelled. And about the second one, acceptable solution. And from here you got cos square x equal to 2 over 3. Only this solution are accept. And this is based on take square root for the left, take square root for the right. You will have two solutions. The first one corresponding to the positive and the second one corresponding to the negative square root of 2 over 3. And the first step, you got cos x equal to square root of 2 over 3. And this one will be the cos of 35.3 degree. And about the cos general solution is quite easy. The first one is positive and the second one is the negative solution, opposite solution, and plus 360 degree multiply and 360 degree multiply n. We finish the first one, and the second one corresponding to the negative of square root 2 over 3. You got the value of the angle here will be 144 times 4 times 7. No, 0.7. And two general solution will be 144.7 degree plus 360 degree multiply n. And the second one will be the negative 144.7 plus 360 degree multiply n. Yep, for general solution for this question. And the last question of this video, you got this one. Look at this question. You think that is very hard, but you can see you got two factors multiplied together equal to 0. It means one of them have to be equal to 0, here equal to 0, or you got cos to power of 4 equal to 0. This one will corresponding to the sin x equal to 0. This one cos x equal to 0. And about sin x equal to 0, you have one more special value of sin equal to 0. It means 0 or 180 degree, 180 degree plus 360 degree. You can combine the two general solution become to 1. I mean 180 degree multiply n. Only one solution for this case. And the second one you have here is x equal to 90 degree plus 180 degree multiply n. Yeah, that's it. So the last question in this video, I don't think it is too difficult, but the first time you're looking at the equation like this is not easy. So thank you so much for watching this video, and if this video is useful for you, don't forget like, share and subscribe my channel. We have a lot of video about the trigonometric equation or trigonometric or another topic in mathematics. Thank you and see you next time. Bye bye.